What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. We did the weekly live chat last night. I didn't have a chance to do a video yet today. I might do a video after I end this stream. I have a couple video ideas I want to do. I talked about them last night in the stream, but I don't know if I feel like doing them tonight. I don't know. We'll see how long I stay on for. Either way, there's not a whole lot going on in MMA right now in terms of like big, huge news. It seemed like everything broke last week, but it's Thursday. We have no fights this weekend, but that doesn't stop me from going live and also making a ridiculous amount of videos because I've already made a bunch of videos this week. Let's see how many videos I've made so far. So since the fight Saturday, I made 5 videos since the fight is on Saturday. So a video for every single day. And I've also done multiple streams. But anyway, I'm thinking about making a video, but I feel like I already made it, but then it happened afterwards. About Dana White saying the interim belt stuff, which I predicted. He said that in like an hour after I released the video, which is craziness. And, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, whatever you guys want to talk about, throw it in the chat. I would greatly appreciate it. What's up, Fries? What's up, Beginner? If Chimaev versus Usman happens, who do you have winning and how? I've said for a long time, long before Usman lost to Leon Edwards, I'm going Chimaev TKO. Chimaev TKO. I think Chimaev has the grappling to keep Usman off of him. The aggression, the power in the hands. I think he finishes Usman on the feet. But he may get flatlined himself because he's a maniac. What's up, people? What's up, John O? I hope you are doing well. Can Reuters be GOATs? It's hard to determine that. Usman Chimaev Power Slap Championship? Yeah. What's up, JJ? That Venom gear. Wearing the black and gold befitting a champion. Listen, guys. What, should I save this for the end of the stream or should I tell you guys now? I got a big announcement, all right? And it's not gonna be great news for you guys. I'm not gonna be streaming. It's gonna be the last time I stream for a while. It's gonna be the last time I stream for a while. So I hope you guys enjoy this stream because after this stream, the only time you'll be able to watch me live is free and exclusively on Rumble. Let me stop. Let me stop. I wonder how many people were like, no, what's going on here? But yeah, I'll be exclusively live and free on Rumble. I'm kidding. I'm only kidding. I'm just joking. I thought it'd be funny to throw that joke in here. I see you guys weren't really upset about it. Nobody really seemed too upset. Only one person said, no. Maybe this is stream is behind. Yeah, but I'm wearing the black and gold befitting a champion, heading over to exclusively to Rumble. Catch me on Rumble. I wonder how long until that website dies. And then Dana White says it's the MMA media's fault. Have you seen the new Fast and the Furious movie? No. Rather jump in a wood chipper and survive and be eaten in a bowl of chili afterwards. Heard rumors of John Jones versus Stipe. Thoughts? You've heard rumors of John Jones versus Stipe. What are my thoughts? I don't care for that fight at all. Stipe is... it's not what we do here. You know, fighting once every 3 years? Oh, Stipe hasn't fought at all. It's not what we do here. Fast and the Furious for those 30-something men who still live at home and have... No, what the Fast and the Furious movies are for, it's for the guys who set their profile picture of any social media as their car. That's what Fast and the Furious is for. What's up, Joey? It's Anthony again, back at it, and the Venom gear is definitely pleasuring all the grown men here. I'm happy to hear it. I mean, technically he can be on a losing streak. It's just a one-fight streak, though. Depends how you want to break it down. Joey, I actually saw a guy wearing a TJ Dillashaw Reebok jersey today. Dude, if I see somebody out there wearing a Reebok jersey, I'm power slapping on my damn self. Recent Tyson Fury interview, he says sent contract out to Francis. Good news. Well, how come I haven't seen that everywhere? Why isn't that everywhere? I want you guys to mark my words. Okay? Hear me out here. I'm not predicting this. I'm only predicting a small portion of what I'm about to say to actually happen. If Francis Ngannou signs a deal, let me rewind back. When Francis Ngannou signed his mega deal with PFL, there was all the people, and I called all this for months. There's all the people saying, PFL is going to go out of business. PFL made a mistake, blah, blah, blah. Francis still lost. Francis should have boxed. Francis wanted to box, and he's not boxing, so this is a loss no matter what. Mark my words. And then it was, oh, Francis is going to box a no-name, or none of these guys are going to box him. And that may be true, okay? But what will happen is if Francis boxes an actual legit boxer and gets a big boxing fight, they'll laugh at the amount of money he's making. Whatever it'll be, if it's $20 million, it'll be like, oh, well, it's not $50 million. If it's $15 million, it'll be, oh, it's not $25 million. If it's $10 million, it'll be like, oh, well, that's not the $70 million you were hoping for. No matter what, if it's $40 million, it's not 50. If it's 50, it's not 100. Mark my words. Remember what I say. If you've been watching this channel for any extended period of time, how often do I call these things? How often do I call these things? I'm not saying that the boxing match is going to happen. I have no idea. I haven't heard anything Tyson Fury said. I don't pay attention to boxing. I don't care for a Francis Ngannou versus a boxing match. But mark my words, if he signs a contract, the people who were saying, oh, he's not going to be able to box any of these big names, are now going to assault the amount of money he's making for boxing a legit boxer. That's what they'll make fun of them. So I just want to keep calling out what I already know is going to happen, because a lot of these people are so predictable. They just love the deep throat, the UFC. They like the deep throat Dana White. They like the rim Dana. And no matter what, it doesn't matter what happens. I've told you this time and time again. Francis Ngannou could literally sign a contract with some random company that gives him $10 billion. And then he buys the UFC and fights John Jones his damn self and fires Dana White. And they'd be like, massive L for Francis Ngannou. Massive L. Hey, I'm not saying anything about you. Fury responds to Dana White and sends Francis Ngannou a new offer. Reacts. Yeah, I don't buy that. It's probably some clickbait video, dude. I haven't seen that reported from anywhere. Any legitimate sources. But let me take a look. Let me search that exact thing. Yeah, fighthype.com 14 hours ago. Yeah, I'm not listening to it. But I did see a clip of Francis Ngannou on the Dan Le Batard show calling out the UFC for icing him. Icing him. He only fights a year, and this was in public domain at the time. Dude was begging for fights. UFC was icing him intentionally because he wasn't signing a new contract. Joey is sexy. Thank you. Looking sexy in the Venom gear. Keep those comments up. Keep them up. What's up, Joey, brother? What's up? Keep out. I might pick Jamahal Hill against Izzy. He might show Izzy why he is big brother and put them hands on Izzy. I don't know who I'm picking. But if it does come to fruition, I need you guys out there putting my name out there. I called it first. I literally called it first. If it does happen, right here, I want full credit. I want you guys telling everyone. MMA Joey called this. That's what I want to see out there. Best beard on MMA YouTube? Thank you, man. Appreciate it. It's damn good. I'll tell you that much. Wearing the black and gold befitting a champ. You know there's probably some clowns that actually wear this Venom gear and just think they're cool. This shit's just cornball central. I know there's got to be some MMA YouTubers out there that's probably rocking Venom gear. I'm going to have to retire the Venom gear one of these days because it's funny, but then I think about there's probably new people finding the channel and they're like, dude, this guy's a fucking clown. What kind of clown show is this? Rewatched Shavkat versus Neal last night before bed, and knees Shavkat was throwing in the clinch were absolutely savage. Must hurt a lot to fight that guy. Dude, Shavkat's clinch work is insanity. Insanity. Best looks on the platform? Okay. Thank you. Remember when you had puffy hair? Yes. Yep. I had long hair. I didn't care. When I first started my channel, I didn't care about anything. You know what I mean? In terms of, oh, how am I going to look on camera? You know, I still don't necessarily care about that, but I don't want to look like a total bum. So now I got to cut my hair short so I don't look like a total hobo. Now I got that Damon Jackson John going on, that Dominic Reyes John. I'm thinking about getting that cut into a direct point just so I can have that Damon Jackson, not the Damon Jackson, the Dominic Reyes cut. Dern on Ariel's show says ex being a domestic abuser, then says she wants her kid to be close with her ex. Meanwhile, court case pending. He doesn't get platform for rebuttal. She should have stayed quiet. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't get involved in that. Dude, domestic abuse. It can be anything, okay? And unless he's I don't know, dude. I don't know how to say this. Because she probably wants her kid to still be close with his dad, you know? You know, just because he may be a domestic abuser. Yeah, I didn't hear what she said, but that doesn't necessarily, it could be what Dana White did in the club, which doesn't make it right. But that's not to say, oh, I don't want my kid to ever have a relationship with its father. But I find it weird that I get it, you know, if he's innocent, it sucks that he doesn't have a platform to respond, but I'm sure he could get an interview with Ariel. Have me on Ariel. I bet you message him right now, you could get an interview with Ariel. So I just find it weird that the simps are already out defending him. They're just in a crusade to defend him. You know? Who knows what really happened? But saying she wants her kid to be close with the kid's father doesn't mean abuse wasn't involved, okay? Give me some lottery numbers. I have none for you. What will you miss most about Dana when he's finally gone? All the good content of dissecting him saying ridiculous statements that I can do. Oh, I think it's definitely smarter to just let things play out in the court system, but yeah, I don't know. I guess she had an issue. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I guess for some reason, she decided to spit it out. Shame on Dana for being such a clown with Power Slap on the UFC channel, posting nothing. Posting nothing but Power Slap videos. Embarrassment. An absolute embarrassment. I don't get it. I don't get it. He broke her phone on the ground and that was domestic violence charge. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Dana 20 years ago had the similar Reyes V that Joey has. Okay. You don't look like you have a full head of hair yourself, my friend, so. Your hairline looks like it's running for the hills. Your hairline, Sager, looks like it saw my Venom shirt and decided to retreat, bro. So, you know, I would definitely wouldn't be talking no shit, all right? With a hairline like that, dude, my hairline looks like a full head of beautiful Armin Saryukian hair compared to the hairline I'm looking at in that profile pic. And that profile pic's probably 10 years old. So, yeah. And that has nothing to even say for them pubes on your face, buddy. I hope you're not crying right now. I'm just throwing some jabs back, bro. I'm just throwing some jabs back. No need to get upset. No need to get bent out of shape. Absolutely not. Joey needs a Power Slap shirt. Stop. I need it exclusively on Rumble. Good evening, Joey. How tall are you? I am 6'3", 6'5" with my New Balances on, especially if they have the grass stains on them. They're the white New Balances with the grass stains, 6'5". Where's the SpongeBob shirt? I'm sad. It'll be back. It'll make an appearance again soon. It'll make an appearance again soon, guys. I'm just chilling right now. Because hold on. Oh my God. No, I'm just kidding. Next week's card. I'm debating what I'm doing for my prediction for next week's card. Because the main event is just lackluster. I mean, it's not terrible. I like the main event, to be quite honest. But I'm almost debating if I should go with the main card picks, or maybe I got extra time, do a full card picks. I haven't decided yet. Let's see if there's any hard to pronounce. Muin Garfaro, Abubakar Nurmagomedov, Guram Kutateladze versus Jamie Malarkey, Karine Silva versus Ketlin Souza, Tim Elliott versus Victor Altamirano. Yeah, so we only got one really hard name to say. Muin Garfaro. And of course, he has no UFC fights, so I got to try to find fights on LFA. That's the hardest part about doing the full card picks, is attempting to research all these guys. A lot of them making their UFC debuts. Why is it every card we're seeing so many UFC debuts? Oh no, I go on the UFC's website, enter Power Slap sweepstakes. No, I don't want to enter your Power Slap. Imagine I entered and I won. Imagine I entered it and I won. Damn, UFC 289 isn't even good. It isn't even good. I don't know. Elizas Zaleski. I think is that how you say his name. John Casaneda. I feel like I'm going to just mispronounce so many names. Maxim Grisham, Felipe Lins, Luna Lacerda versus Damon Blackshear, Jinyu Frey versus Elise Reed, don't care. Daniel Santos versus Johnny Munoz Jr., Andrei Arlovsky versus Dontel Mays. Oh my goodness, Dontel Mays has no cardio. This isn't a horrible card though, to be honest. Yeah, Mike Mallard in the featured fight of UFC 289. What a joke. What a joke, what a joke, what a joke. Can you look at UFC 268 and rate how stacked the card was? I can remember it. Wasn't it Usman Colby? Co-main event, Rose Whaley, I believe. And then we have Gaethje versus, what's it name? Michael Chandler and Shane Burgos, Billy Quarantillo. I could have named the whole main card. And Frankie Edgar. I'll say it was a solid 8 out of 10. Solid 8 out of 10. What do you think is the best UFC card ever? It's hard to say. There's a big difference between on paper and what actually happened. Yeah, prelims were stacked too. I can't lie, the Power Slap belt looks kind of cool. Yeah, that was Pereira's debut. Andreas Michailidis. And then we have Bobby Green putting on a show. The way that card played out, that may have very well been the best fight card ever. The way it played out. Because if you think about it, right? You had the prelims, Alex Pereira come from behind victory, arguably lost the first round, flying knee KO. Bobby Green styling on Iaquinta. Chris Curtis short notice KOing Phil Hawes. Edmund Shabazian getting brutalized by Nasruddin Imavov. Then you go to the main card. You got Justin Gaethje, Michael Chandler, barn burner. Shane Burgos versus Billy Quarantillo, underrated because of what it went after. Frankie Edgar is beating up Marlon Vera, gets front kick KO'd to a 90-year-old to look like a 90-year-old man. Then Rose Namajunas, Weili Zhang, great fight. Kamaru Usman, Colby Covington 2, great fight as well. So, guys, do me a favor if you haven't already, like the stream. Run up the likes on the stream. I would greatly, 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 greatly appreciate it. It would be very appreciated right now. Dude, Tapology's still not working right. I can't believe I almost swept the card last week. Last time I did that, which really wasn't even that close, but I got 12 out of 15 at UFC 283. I had 3 bad weeks in a row for the first time ever. Up until recently, I had like 1 or 2 bad nights. Like, I'm looking back. Here's a bad night. Since I started tracking my picks, I had like 2 bad nights, which is crazy. And when I say 2 bad nights, I'm talking like 4 out of 12. And then I had like 3 weeks in a row where I just did absolute dog shit. Pavlovich versus Blades and Song versus Simone. Sterling versus Huda wasn't bad. Rosenstrike versus Almeida was pretty bad too. So that's really the third one that I'm talking about. I paid. I think deep down I paid for that legendary Adesanya pick. That legendary Adesanya pick, I had to pay for. I mean, that was like I had come from the future. And because of it, I had to pay for it with a couple weeks of bad picks. They were shit fight cards. You know, I had no time. I don't have time to research every single one of these fights. I want to try to eventually soon. I think by the end of the year, I'll be doing full card picks. It just sucks. I mean, it takes a lot of time. I feel like it takes away from other content. Why was Khabib Conor a big pay-per-view, and do you think it was overhyped? Just because of the backstory. And it was Conor's return after a long time off. So, it was a backstory between the two, and it coming back after a long time off. Basically. Never forget when Burns cried after Marty fake newsman battered his face. Okay. Joey, what would be your thoughts on a potential fight in the future between Ian Gary and Jack Della Maddalena? That's the fight I want to see right this very second. It's a travesty it's not being booked. An absolute travesty that it's not being booked. So, never forget, okay, you're like my drunk Uncle Joey. Okay, appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'll take it as a compliment. I'll take it as a compliment. Thank you very much. I appreciate you watching. Thank you for your watch time. And I'm happy to be compared to your drunk uncle. Last time I predicted 100% was Cannonier versus Whitaker. When you changing the name to MMA GOAT? Never. Joe Rogan is saying Ian Gary will be on top. Hopefully he doesn't end up like Darren Till, dude. I'll tell you this right now. I never thought Darren Till was good. I think Ian Gary, I'm not crazy high on Ian Gary, but I think he's significantly better than Darren Till. Let me just say this. I think he beats Darren Till right this very second. Darren Till's always been a bum. I literally have videos on my channel. Let me search it right now. Let me search it right now because I got a lot of hate on these videos. And these videos were like before their time. Like this is long before their time. Darren Till, right? I know I have one. Come on. Where is it at? Where is it at, baby? Where is it at? Maybe it was this one. 1 year ago, over a year. This is longer than a year ago, actually. This is September 4th, 2021. I talk about how overrated Darren Till is. in that video. Where does Darren Till go from here? So, Till reminds me of Colby. Their mouth got him pretty far, but at least Colby's still in the UFC. Dude, Colby's like 2 losses away from being outside the UFC. Joe, I'm having trouble remembering exactly how old Dana White was when he smacked his wife at a club in Mexico. Would you remind the chat? I believe he was 53 years of age. I believe he was 53 years of age. He was probably wearing those faded blue jeans and probably some Nike Air Forces on his feet. And 53 years old in a club in Mexico and just smacked up his wife. Hold on, I already know it. That's the first painting I'm ordering. I want you to paint Dana White slapping his wife as my background. That's the first painting I'm ordering, bro. And you need to somehow incorporate the numbers 53 in there. Does Whitaker beat Khamzat? 50-50. Joe, what happens when you find out your fiance's a fan of Power Slap? I give her a live show. Do you think if Oliveira beats Derek Hughes, she gets a title shot rematch in October? Probably not. If Dana saw this, you'd be banned from all events. That is true. Do you think it's justified? No. At the end of the day, is it the worst thing in the world? Am I going to clutch my pearls over it? No. But at the end of the day, he's caught on video acting like that. Dude's the president of a company out in a club. My theory is, and it's I like to call it the Tony Kelly theory, okay? Tony Kelly said something on a broadcast like, yeah, go beat that dirty Brazilian's ass. Like, he had to bring nationality into it, right? And my thoughts behind that was, I'm not going to clutch my pearls over it. It's not the worst thing I've ever heard. But if he's saying this on a public broadcast, what's he doing behind closed doors? So if Dana's out at the club at 53 years old, smacking up his wife in clear view of all the patrons, what's he doing behind closed doors? I'm thinking people's elbow, definitely Stone Cold Stunner, maybe a choke slam, and potentially 5-star frog splash. Okay? Leon gonna beat Colby, then Colby will fight Burns or Shavkat. Dude, Colby don't want nobody. Yeah, any DDTs her? Yeah, I mean, if you're doing that type of stuff out in public, what are you doing behind closed doors is my thought. Definitely Boston Crab's his wife. Like, if you're going to assault your wife, at least do it behind closed doors, especially when you're doing the Boston Crab, okay? Boston Crab. But nah, Dana, I'm not going to cry for Dana and say, oh, well, he was hit first and this and that. I'm not going to cry for him, but I'm not going to act like he just whooped somebody's ass. It looked bad. There should have been some form of punishment, and then we can move on from it. Most annoying fighters: Koscheck, Tito, Bisping, Colby. Dude, Koscheck was so annoying. But yeah, Tito's one of the worst. Trying to think of another. Darren Till was pretty annoying too. Just constantly, always acting like, oh, it's... I mean, how many ACL... Can somebody ask him how many times he's torn his ACL? Every time he gets destroyed in a fight, it's like, oh, I tore my ACL. Like he tore his ACL 374 times already. Can Khamzat blackmail UFC like Francis Ngannou to get a title shot at 185? Probably not. What's up, Joey? Nice black and gold befitting a champion. Thank you. Till is made of glass. I don't even think he gets injured that much. I think he just makes up excuses because he just loses. Koscheck got Paul Daly banned. I know. I remember that. I don't know if I was specifically a fan then, but I know I've seen it and I know what happened. I'm familiar with the situation. Let's just leave it at that. Most annoying is Patty. Dude, Patty's so annoying and delusional. How does the WWE change the UFC structure? As of right now, it has limited impact. They're just under the umbrella of one big company. That's it. That's all that changes. So, Still going to fight Mike Perry at BKFC? Yep. I won't be watching. I don't care. I don't ever want to see Darren Till fight again. Dude's got the ACL of like a 6-year-old girl with an autoimmune disease. Okay? You play UFC 4? I do not. I hate EA Sports with a burning passion. And you won't see me endorse any EA Sports games. So, that's my thoughts. EA Sports is one of the worst companies ever. Let's see. What did we start at the beginning of this year at? We are getting so close to 10,000 subscribers, guys. We are officially 356 away. Okay, just for reference. Let's see. How many subscribers have we gained in the past? We've gained about 400 subscribers in the last 7 days. So, we've gained more subscribers in the last 7 days than we need to get in the next 7 days. So, if you guys are watching, double check and make sure you're subscribed. When I do get to 10,000, I'm going to do a long stream. That day, or depending on the timing, it gets hit the next day. We can talk about power slap. We can talk about Dana White in the club at 53, slapping his wife. We can talk about whatever your little heart's desire, okay? 10K is a goal that I've had for quite a while. So, just double check. Make sure you are subscribed. Like this stream. And start sharing the videos. Share the videos. If you find a video you particularly enjoy, share it. Buckley is also annoying. Yeah. Thoughts on Jones main eventing against Pavlovich in Australia? Don't buy it at all. I think Jones may fight Sergey Pavlovich, but I don't buy that it's going to be in Australia. If we don't get a 3-hour stream at 10K, I swear I'm going to sign you up for Power Slap. Damn, I tried to stay dead still. But I blinked. I was hoping you were going to think I got frozen. Look, Andy, how about this? You sign me up for Power Slap, you're going to get a live show. All right? In a world where John Jones is already retired, would you rather see Mighty Mouse back or Francis? Francis, because Mighty Mouse, at his weight class, his age for his weight class, the age to weight class ratio is just not good for Mighty Mouse. Where Francis is getting old, but he's a heavyweight. So at least we can watch him fight Sergey. And maybe if Tom Aspinall can get a win, we can watch him fight Tom. I mean, to be honest, without John Jones there, the division isn't that great. That's what I've been saying for a while. Like, people act like the division, the heavyweight division in the UFC is some amazing pool of talent. Dude, you literally got Derek Lewis, who, I fight Derek Lewis on the street 10 times. I'm probably catching like at least 5 of those, maybe 4. Maybe catches me with a bicycle kick on the 6th time. But Derek Lewis just has punching power. That's it. He just swings wild. If I can develop any type of grappling, which I'm already an elite level wrestler, okay? So Derek Lewis is bare minimum, he's getting held down, okay? And I'll hold him down till he gasses out, and then I'll full mount him in the black and gold befitting a champion, and then I'll just ground and pound him into oblivion. Yeah, Frank Mir should come back and Matt Mitrione. I'll never forget Matt Mitrione. When I first saw Derek Lewis in the UFC, okay, I thought Derek Lewis could make waves. I thought he'd be a contender in the heavyweight division, which I was right. After his UFC debut, I told one of my buddies, I think it was his UFC debut. I always forget. Let me take a look. Let me take a look real quick. Let me take a look. I didn't need to pull up this bullshit. Let's see. UFC debut. Okay. I saw him fight twice. I saw him fight Jack May and Guto Anasie. And I told one of my buddies who was like a casual fan, I literally told him, I said, dude, you got to watch Derek Lewis. I said, he's fighting Matt Mitrione on this card, and he's co-main event, and I think he's going to brutally KO Matt Mitrione. Dude, Matt Mitrione slept him so bad, face down in the canvas. So, yeah. It's just a matter of time when Shavkat will be the champ. That is true. That is true. I agree. I'm a big believer in Shavkat. I've been a big believer in him before he was even ranked. Joey, how big of a donation from someone would it take to get an MMA Joey live power slap watch along? At least $1,000. At least $1,000. $1,000 I would watch power slap for. Depending on how long it is. After you start Derek, who you calling out next? Chris Dawkins? Easy wins. I'm just looking for easy wins, okay? I told you guys, if I could pick any profession in sports, backup quarterback, third string quarterback, okay? So if I'm fighting in the UFC, I just want the easy fights. I'm not calling out Francis. I'm not calling out Johnny Bones. Just give me the easy matchups. Give me Chris Dawkins. Give me Derek Lewis. Give me that bum. Who's that horrible, horrible bum at heavyweight? And I can't think of his name. I'm picturing his face right now. Who's that horrible bum at heavyweight? Oh, I can picture his face, but I can't think of his name. People thought he was that good. Alexander Romanov. Then give me that bum Alexander Romanov. Then, Braxton Smith, I'll fight him before I fight Alexander Romanov on the same night. So, Dricus Du Plessis is pathetic as well. Vote yes for an MMA Joey Tony Ferguson career breakdown video. It'll probably come soon. Pause. Chris Dawkins is not fair. You know what's funny? If I got a UFC fight booked against Chris Dawkins right now, I honestly think some of you guys would bet on me in that fight, which is hilarious. Yeah, Parker Porter is Parker Porter 2.0. What we saw recently was Parker Porter 2.0. Parker Porter 2.0. So, Joey's angry because he didn't win the Nelk Boys Full Send Power Slap giveaway. Dude, I responded to Dana White earlier. I was hoping he would retweet me or something, so I get a bunch of hate. I responded to one of Dana White's tweets earlier. The super heavyweight from World's Strongest Catcher Cam. First off, they didn't even catch these dudes. Why aren't they catching these dudes? They let the dude fall right on the canvas, right? I responded to Dana, power slap is the best. Don't listen to all the bots and naysayers. I was hoping he'd retweet me or something. Romanov gets taken down in the first round. He's bashing your face in. Nah. I'd sprawl, reverse, full mount him. Greg Hardy. Dude, Greg Hardy almost finished Tai Tuivasa. And then after I take off Romanov, I'm calling out Tuivasa. Naming a bum in the heavyweight division is looking for a needle in a haystack. I don't think you're using that in the correct way. Darren Till signs with power slap and loses and says it's because of his ACL. Probably. You weren't wrong, my friend. You want to see Joey versus Josh Parisian? You literally want to see a sanctioned murder? Now, I ain't fighting Josh Parisian, dude. He might try to give me the stink face for Rikishi style. I ain't fighting Josh Parisian. I don't want any of that Josh Parisian action. Joey versus Tanner Boser. Dude, Tanner Boser's bad. Real bad. Greg Hardy is bouncer tier level. Is Nate Diaz overrated? I think everyone knows Nate Diaz was never all that great. But he's still a very good fighter. I wonder what Stefan Strube's up to nowadays. I didn't put an S on the end. It sounded dumb. Aaron Blanchfield's the best female UFC fighter ever. Well, we don't really know. All right, Joey, go in and fight Braxton Smith, then tie, and you'll get your title shot against Jones. I don't want Jones. I don't want Jones. Joey, real talk, do you think you beat any current UFC fighter, female or male, any weight class? Dude, I don't know. Who's getting cut in June? I don't know. We'll have to see the fights first. We'll have to see the fights first. How do you guys like me doing the who should be cut after every card? Because I've been calling a lot of them. A lot of the ones that I picked out have gotten cut. Imagine Poirier has to fight 2 rematches in a row, then Oliveira. Next BMF first champ prediction. I would take Islam. Oh, I'm dumb. I just automatically filled it in with my brain. I think it's pretty funny when you scream and call people a bum. I was so happy to see Jessica Rose Clark cut. I think I posted in Discord. You know, she was tweeting out. She was tweeting out saying she's going to go boxing. Her striking is garbage. Her striking is garbage. Will Bobby Green be able to deal with... Will Bobby Green be a lot to deal with on the feet for Tony? Depends what Tony shows up. Depends what Tony shows up, to be honest. I would hate Gaethje. I would hate for Gaethje or Poirier to beat Islam. I don't think either one of them will. I don't like either one of their chances against him, to be honest. So, post DUI Tony. Yeah, post DUI Tony's a mythical fighter. What's up, Joey? A little late. Just got back from sparring day today. I'm happy to have you, I guess. I would hate... Okay, read that. Have you seen the new Fast X movie? Do I look like my profile pictures of my car? Do I look like I have my profile picture as my car on any social media? Of course not. Are you on TikTok at all? I am not. Why do you ask? Tony Ferguson never blocked his head in any fights. Dude, Tony Ferguson almost lost to Lando Venata on short notice back in the day. Tony Ferguson was one of my favorite fighters of all time, but I've always been realistic about his skill set. Even though people said I was biased towards him in his favor. Dude, he would have never been competitive. Never, ever been competitive against Khabib at any point in time. At any point in time. Dana White versus Joey in slapboxing? No. Didn't Jessica Rose Clark smash Sean O'Malley? I have no idea. Would love to see Dana White versus MMA Joey debate. Joey would cook, no doubt. Dude, Dana would get up and leave. Dana would get up and leave, and if he didn't, what he would do is he would start throwing out insults on my appearance. And then he would also, what he would do is throw out a bunch of arguments. Just... I used a term. I've heard this term used before, and I absolutely love this term. I used a term in one of my Francis Ngannou videos, gish galloping, right? What that means, and this is a debate technique, people throw out 75 different arguments, okay? With no real, true, care whether or not any of them are accurate. It doesn't matter how accurate they are. They throw out 70 arguments. It's impossible to take on every single one of them. Unless you got a YouTube channel and you can take on, a long view video or a long duration video where you can single out each statement and then determine what's fact and what's fiction. But in real time, it's impossible to decipher everything. I'm going to make 85 statements. None of it's going to be accurate. But it's impossible for me to go through it in real time, live. And that's exactly what Dana would do. That's what Dana does a lot of the time. He gish gallops. Funny term, great term. I'm glad I used it in one of my videos. I've been waiting for the opportunity to break it out. But that's what a lot of people do when they're not relying on facts. They cannot, if you stay on one topic, and you're attempting to stay on that topic, and you basically use facts to essentially rebuttal that discussion talking point, they'll jump to the next. Then before you even can finish going against that, they'll jump to the next, and then the next, and the next, and the next, and they throw out 70, 100, million, 50, 2,774 million different boom, 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 rapid fire, rapid fire. There's no possibility when you're trying to debate that person to take each point one by one and rebuttal each one. Okay? Even if it's factually inaccurate. And that's what Dana would do. And that's what Dana does a lot of the time. But he never sees any pushback, you know? What he did about Francis Ngannou in that post-fight for Dern versus Hill, he gish-galloped, but he had no pushback anyway. So he threw out all these wildly inaccurate statements, and then nobody checked it on it. And then the MMA media just reports what he says because they don't care what's accurate or what's not. They hide under the guise, well, we're just reporting what was said. We're just reporting what was said. It doesn't have to be true. We're just reporting what it says. And that's what Dana does. That's what Dana relies on. Dana relies on control of the MMA media because they have no spines. But I also don't blame them. They're trying to do a career. They don't want to get banned. But they're just there. Every single media member that shows up there is essentially just a glorified publicist for Dana and the UFC. Dana is literally paying media members to go to Power Slap. The ones that he really likes, that are really that cover the UFC and that always just suck his toes at every point in time and deep throat him and take $100 bills from him. They're like, you know what? You just got yourself a ticket to Power Slap. I'll send you in. I'll set you up in a nice hotel room. I'll cut you a check. I just want you to cover Power Slap for me. Help me grow it. And that's why when something isn't going Dana's way in the media, he has an absolute fit about it. I actually tweeted this out earlier today. Let me go to my Twitter right now. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you need to go follow me on Twitter at MMA Joey C. Dana posted an Instagram post of an article that says Dana White predicts Barstool Sports doom with David Portnoy's future uncertain. And it doesn't matter what's true, what's false here. Dana apparently made some comments about Barstool. They sold out their interest. Dave Portnoy, the president, sold out his interest to another company or whatever. And Dana made some comments about it that he didn't like it. And the media in general made this kind of clickbaity headline. I don't know the accuracy of all of that. I don't know all the details. That's besides the point. But in his soliloquy post about this clickbait headline, he said, hold on. They watch a podcast I'm on and write stories using clickbait headlines that completely misrepresents the truth. Oh, Dana, so now you have a problem with somebody misrepresenting the truth when it doesn't go in your favor. That's what you have the problem with? When they misrepresent the truth that doesn't go in your favor? Dana White only has a problem with the media members when they say something he doesn't like. Otherwise, they're just low-paid, glorified publicists for the UFC. Everything's great for Dana. When everything's going great, oh, pay-per-view buys are amazing. This fight's huge. Oh, my God, the buzz around this fight. Adesanya post-fight. Adesanya scrum. Adesanya press conference. UFC press conference. Dana White loves the MMA media that he can control. He loves the MMA media that just show up to press conference and just suck his toes and regurgitate his talking points. But anytime there's any pushback, anytime there's a negative headline, oh, he's pissed. He's like, wait a second. You're supposed to bow down to me. And he gets mad when people don't do that. But he's mad about someone misrepresenting the truth. What a joke. What an absolute joke Dana is. You know? About 360 until 10K. Yes, exactly. 360 until 10K. We're not going to hit 10K on this stream. But I would just do a stream tomorrow for 10K. Is what I would do. Okay. 93 watching, only 36 likes. Yeah, mine actually says 95 watching right now. If you guys could do me a favor and run up the likes on the stream, I would greatly appreciate you. Everybody run up the likes on the stream. Run up the likes right now, okay? Come on, at least half of the people in here. We almost got 100 people in the stream. Come on, run up the likes, guys. It takes 1 second. If you guys like the channel at all, just do it real quick. Even if you're like one of those people, I've never liked a YouTube video, which that was me before I started my YouTube channel. I never liked a YouTube video before in my life. I would greatly appreciate it. I think Dana will be doing a big announcement during Power Slap press conference on episodes in order for people to watch. Dude, he's doing giveaways where he's like, you got to watch the entire Power Slap. The QR code could pop up at any minute. Best YouTuber in the world, Will Adams. Do you really mean that? You really mean that, Will Adams? That really touches my heart. That really gives me pleasure, okay? Do you mean that, or are you just buttering me up? Is this what you say to all the YouTubers you watch? I need to know the truth. I need to know the truth. What's up, Niles? John Morgan and Full Send MMA, biggest Dana meat riders. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them that we don't even know about because you never see their faces. They're just behind the mic asking stupid questions. Imagine what low self-esteem you might have and low self-worth you have to get paid as a media member to attend Power Slap. Disgusting. But we'll probably hit 10K. Let's see. What's the date? Today's technically it's the 26th now. I think we can hit it before June 1st. But it's going to be very tight. It's going to be very tight because exactly a week from today is June 2nd. But over the last 7 days, I've gained about 450 subscribers. So it's possible. It's very possible. There's not a whole lot going on right now. But we'll see what we can do. Hopefully there's people in here watching right now that weren't subscribed before that are subscribing now. Derek from Better Media should join Power Slap as a media member. Yeah, it sounds about right for him. I literally think Dana would let anybody with a little bit of following to perform on Power Slap. Like, it'll eventually turn into like celebrity Power Slap. Like D-list celebrity Power Slap. Let me put it that way. When can we see Chris Curtis back again on the channel? Damn, hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. I got to hit him up. Dude, I just don't like hitting people up and saying, hey, dude, come back. Come on the channel. But I talk to him here and there. I don't like to sound like I feel like I sound like a groupie. You know, but I'll hit him up and hopefully we'll get him on maybe before the fight. I mean, if Dana's offering me 1K, I will cover Power Slap. Yeah, I wouldn't. He'd have to give me at least like, if he pays for my expenses, and gives me like 10K, I'll give him like 2 days. But he doesn't get to tell me what to say about it. All right, I get to say whatever I want. If I enjoyed it, I'll say I enjoyed it. If I hated it, I'll say I hated it. Just checked Power Slap's YouTube. The legendary numbers he speaks of are bigger than any sports promotion in the world. It's 300 views on average per video. That's why they started posting them all on the UFC's YouTube channel. But yeah, he's talking about TikTok. Does anyone remember the night he said that? I told you guys he'll find a way to make that number legit. It was from a certain time period on TikTok. Chris is already down for the channel, though. Joey, I'd love to hear his thoughts on Sean Strickland's next fight. Yeah, TikTok views don't count. Joey, love the shirt. Thank you, Kyle. I swear Dana's pulling Chatri for Power Slap. Yes, he is. Power Slap gets more views than one. Wouldn't surprise me. One buys our YouTube views. Jones versus Pavlovich in Atlantic City. No, dude. Atlantic City is not going to be a pay-per-view. Atlantic City is literally dying off, from what I understand. So, from what I understand, You think Chris beats Chimaev easily? I wish it was 5 rounds, but I think Chris beats him. But it seems like I'm picking Chris, and I'm like confident I'm picking Chris, and then it ends up not going well for me, and then I look biased because I picked him against Jack. I picked him against Kelvin. I thought he beat Kelvin still. It was very close. Nice Venom shirt, Joey. Thank you, Jordan. It wasn't Colby their last main event. What are you talking about? What did I miss? Do you think PFL gains or loses with the Ngannou signing? Gains. Gains. For sure. I almost want to make a video called The Real Reason PFL Signed Francis Ngannou. And there's a lot of reasons, but one of the main reasons is to just show that there is another option for fighters. That's it. To just show there's another option. So it's just to encourage other fighters to attempt to fight out their contract. So if they can do that, which I guarantee they have, I don't know to what percentage, but it's a win for them. Doesn't matter how many pay-per-view buys they sell. They're looking to expand their company. Atlantic City, I think you're right. Chris beat Kelvin, but Kelvin deserved the win. How did Kelvin deserve the win? I can see other fighters like Piotr Jan and Magomed Ankalaev going to PFL soon. We'll see. UFC's contracts are impossible to get out of. Francis was trying to get out of it for years, and it took him till just now to be able to get out of his contract, complete his contract. Before he was champion, so 2 fights ago, he was fighting for $120,000 show money because he wanted to complete his contract rather than sign a new contract with the UFC. He wanted to test the free market. Chase Hooper looked weird as a lightweight. He had some Popeye arms. Yeah, that's for sure. The way Dana talks about social media clicks in correlation to pay-per-view sales, you would think Colby and O'Malley could sell $4 million on their own. Exactly. I don't get it. Why'd they cancel the Power Slap pay-per-view? They literally were going to do a Power Slap pay-per-view. That's how successful he thought it was going to be. Think about how delusional. The only way you can get out of a UFC contract is to retire, then unretire after the 90 day. No, dude, you can't get out 90 days. If you retire, your contract is frozen in time. GSP hasn't fought since what, 2016? 2017, actually? Dude's still under contract. From what I understand, unless he recently got out of it. As of like a year or two ago, he was still under contract. PFL is fun to watch this tournament style and seeing people fighting more than once a night, plus winner of the season gets a milli, pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I just hate their pacing. I wish if they just shored up some of the things about their overall watching experience, I think it would make it significantly better. Piotr's a former champ. Doubt dude's ever getting out of his contract. The only way to get out of your contract is essentially be washed up. Dude, what are you putting in the chat, dude? I think GSP mauls Izzy. I think Izzy starches GSP badly. Why is Dana always angry when he's asked about fighter pay? Because he doesn't want to talk about it. That's the ugly side of the sport. PFL should start promoting their stars like Pacheco and other top. Dude, they need to do better about promoting their cards in general. They need to not have pay-per-views until they have people they could have on pay-per-views. And They need to fix their pacing. When a new person becomes president of the UFC, can they change fighter pay or contracts if they wanted to? It all depends what's in their contract, but no, not necessarily. They can't snap their fingers and change it. They have influence over it, but at the end of the day, they have owners. Okay, they had a CEO, Dana White. Dana White. People forget Dana White's a minority owner. Okay, Dana White. Let's see how much Dana White owns of the UFC. I don't know if that was ever specified. Ownership stake. Yeah, I don't know how much his ownership stake is. It does. You can't find it, but he's a minority owner, which means he doesn't get. Even though he acts like he's the big boss and he does have a lot of influence over it, we don't know the exact to what extent it is. But no, he's not an owner. So it's not all on Dana, but Dana has influence on it as well. I'm taking Jones to beat Pavlovich third round. I'd probably take Jones first or second round TKO. I'm seeing PFL fight on June 23rd in Atlanta. Cedric Dombe's debut, then driving to Jacksonville, Florida to see Ilya Josh. Well, make sure you pick me up on the way, even though I'm completely out of the way. Where'd you buy that awesome Venom gear? Wouldn't you like to know? It's crazy how Joey has more subs than PFL fighters have fans. Dude, PFL needs to get on it. They need to do a better job of storytelling. At the end of the day, storytelling is what built the UFC and what they're the best at. Ilya will destroy Emmett? Yes. Make sure to pick me up on the way, even though I'm not on the way. I'm done. Yeah, make sure to pick me up on the way, even though I'm definitely not on the way at all. Definitely not on the way at all. So, but make sure you pick me up. Would greatly appreciate if you could pick me up. That's crazy. Joe, when you doing the 24-hour stream? Never. You're lucky I'm here right now. What do you think of Ric Flair, WWE? I don't really have any thoughts on him. Just an old wrestler. So, I don't know. In 2001, White and the Fertitta brothers bought the UFC for $2 million. The Fertitta owned 80%, and White owned 9%. White's 9% stake in the company was worth $360 million at the time of the sale. However, he did not receive any cash from the sale. Instead, he was given an undisclosed stake in the new company. Yeah, it's hard to say. Yeah, I would love to know his exact financials. But yeah, I know he has a minority stake in the company right now. I thought he did get some cash though. Watch NASCAR with Bryce or watch Power Slap with the Nelp was easy. NASCAR with Bryce. Dale Earnhardt. Urtis Flat. 911 more than a shot job. Tobacco. Propane. Marlboro Reds. I love eating them like chip. Urtis Flat. He also gets a $20 million salary. It might be more than that. Wouldn't surprise me if it was more than that. Dude, he does a lot, though. Think about it. He's constantly on camera. His salary's like $25 million or something crazy, dude. Good for him. I mean, honestly, he does a lot of stuff. So he deserves it. But I just think it's sad they're paying these guys $12,000 to take brain damage. Chase Sherman's biggest career accomplishment is getting cut by the UFC 3 times. I'm sad for old Chasey boy. Old Chase Sherman. Him and his hair curl got cut 3 times. I knew he was getting cut after I saw that piss poor performance. I seen somebody online saying Chase Sherman looked good. Chase Sherman 2.0. Chase Sherman 2.0. I see Chael. I see the article about Chael that he said they may do Pavlovich versus Jones. I would love to see Joey in the war room. I know if Joey could make fights we'd want to see happen. Matchmaking's pretty hard, though, when you think about every fighter. Like, it's easy to sit here and matchmake the top 15, but every fighter, and then you got to strategically matchmake some of the guys you want to build up. I would pay to be in the war room just once to make matchups where whatever the matchups I make, they got to go through with it. That'd be awesome. What do you think it would be due for Usman's legacy if he starches Khamzat? It'd be massive for his legacy. Joey just reminded me of Sherman looking good. Dude's looking good out from outside the UFC now. Dude's looking good from outside the UFC. With a dominant win over O'Malley, where do you see Sterling on the Bantamweight GOAT list? Overall GOAT list? Overall GOAT list, he's probably 1 or 2. Depends how you want to compare his legacy to Dominic Cruz. But, I mean, he's surpassing Renan Barão, who was only undisputed champion for a little while. He's passed TJ and Henry already easily. And he beat him. So it's only down to him and Dominic Cruz. You know? Petr Yan messed everything up, dude. Throwing that illegal knee. But even though I don't think the O'Malley win's all that great, to be honest. I think it's a good win. But I think people are going to still say he's a clown and that O'Malley never deserved a title shot, which is true. I refuse to ever acknowledge someone the GOAT if they get on all fours on fight on purpose. Dude, I feel the same way. I'm so annoyed because now I got to root for him. Because the UFC desperately want O'Malley to win. They're trying to give him a competitive advantage, which I do not like in any capacity. I don't care if it's a fighter I like or hate. To try to stack the deck against someone, I think it's really messed up. And then try to strong arm him in the public eye. And I just think it's horseshit. So now I have to defend Aljo, which is really annoying. Because I want to see him lose too because of what he did against Yan. Yeah, nobody wants to give Aljo his credit. That's for sure. Do you think UFC or Dana has bias against certain fighters? Yes. I don't think I know. Imagine going back in time after Petr beat Aldo and telling people that he would go 1-4 in his next fight. I would never believe anyone. I know. What's crazy is you can make the case that Yan only has one legitimate win in the last 3. Like, seriously. The Aljo DQ, he was going to win. The Aljo rematch, I thought he did win, and he dominated the 4th and 5th round. But he lost because he lost the first round on the scorecards. He beat Sean O'Malley clear as day. Gets robbed. And then he loses to Merab by Merab just grabbing a hold of him. And that's a true loss, though. At the end of the day, Merab won. But still. I still refuse to acknowledge the 135 is the best division. Imagine Islam on all fours. I know. Imagine if Islam did that. Imagine the level of hate that he would get. O'Malley versus Cejudo interim title loading. It would not surprise me. Would not surprise me. If Aljo pulls out of that fight, it will be an interim title fight. I called that, and then an hour later, Dana did an interview. Yes, the last resume win was in October of 2021. I say resume because we all know Petr beat Sean. Yeah, it was clear as day. Weren't you the one, Jack, saying you thought it was close, but then after you rewatched it because you heard me talk about it, you were like, damn, he really did lose this? Was that you that told me that, or was that somebody else? Dude, I hate seeing Aljo on all fours. It's just so embarrassing. The way he does it, too. It's just so embarrassing. You know, the way he just tries to bait an illegal knee now. And he set that precedent. He set that precedent. Like, Mandy Bohm did what she did because of that precedent. And it just sucks. Yeah, I thought it could have gone either way. I rewatched it and scored a 30-27 for Piotr. 29-28 Piotr at best. Dude, it's crazy. I can't even... I think it's indefensible. Anything than 30-27. I thought the first round was closer than the third round for O'Malley. Like, I thought if you wanted to give a round to O'Malley, it would have to be the first round, if I remember correctly. Habib would send Islam away, never to be seen again if dude went on all fours. Dude, it's so embarrassing. Sterling title reign is full of asterisks. Wins title via DQ. First defense, terrible judging. Second defense, TJ came in hurt. Third defense, bad judging. Dude, the third defense, he won fair and square, dude. So, damn. But yeah. Low-key, Mark Smith ruined the Bantamweight division. Did you hear me talking about that recently? I really went on Mark Smith because I didn't have a channel then. I blame Mark Smith 100%. That should be a video in itself. How Mark Smith ruined the Bantamweight division. That'd be hilarious. It probably would get no views because nobody even knows Mark Smith by name. But it would be hilarious. I can't believe we're so close to hitting 10,000 subs, and it's just taken forever. I know July is going to be a big month, though. I'm looking forward to July. July is going to be a big month for the channel. Which ranked fighter should Caio Borralho fight next? Doesn't Andre Muniz have a fight? I was going to say Andre Muniz. Andre Muniz or Jack Hermanson? I think we'll hit 15K before the end of the year. Dude, I think there's a chance we hit 20K before the end of the year. It's just right now it's a lull in action in the UFC, so it's a lull in subscribers and views. It's just the way it is. You know, at one point in April, I think I got 1,000 subscribers in 1 week. Something like that at 1 week in April. I was getting like 200 subscribers a night. I actually like Aljo. He's a likable champ. I would have stopped right after the word Aljo. What about Derek Brunson? How Michael Bisping ruined the middleweight division. That's true too. But it didn't last long. Sterling smoked Corey, loses to Piotr, beats Piotr clearly, in my opinion, then beats TJ with a lot of injuries himself, then beats Henry now to fight O'Malley. Yeah, dude, his best win, I've said it for a while, is the Corey Sandhagen win. I agree. I agree 150%, bro. 150%. What are some other MMA channels you recommend? I don't know. I don't watch any of them, so I can't recommend any of them. Remember when Ferguson cut weight twice during the pandemic and then lost 1 billion times? Don't remind me, bro. Don't remind me. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. That sucks ass. 2020 till now, Tony Ferguson. I was dying in your video about Aljo and Sean, and when you said Mark Smith, he doesn't know how to whisper, I was legit crying. I forgot even exactly what I said, but dude, why is he even telling the doctor that? The doctor doesn't care about what the decision is after he makes his determination whether a fight can continue. He ruined the bantamweight division. And dude doesn't know how to whisper. Mark Smith is the type of guy who thinks he's going to fart quietly and rips ass so bad he sharts. So, Tony downfall is personal. We don't talk about it. Yeah, Tony's downfall really hits home for me. You know, it really hits home. I don't think a lot of people have been giving Tony Ferguson a fair shake. But for me, it really hits home. It really breaks my heart. The downfall of Tony Ferguson. I wish I could pin that on Mark Smith somehow too. That dumb-ass Mr. Clean-looking clown ruined the bantamweight division because he doesn't know how to whisper. And why are you even whispering your referee determinations to a medical doctor who does not care? He doesn't need to know. For what reason did he need to know that? He ruined the bantamweight division with that, and it pisses me off. I hate Mark Smith, and nobody even hates on him for it. He single-handedly ruined the division. I'm talking about that in my next video that has to do with the bantamweight division at all. Because bantamweight division was single-handedly ruined by Mark Smith. And if I ever see him, I'm going to tell him that too. So, it's just disturbing. Herb should have stopped the fight after Tony dropped Gaethje with an uppercut. I don't know about all that, but could you imagine? Is there a single good judge or ref left? Jason Herzog's pretty good ref. I don't know about the judges. I can't track all their track records. It's impossible for me to track all their track records. But, yeah. Joey, did you see ESPN promote a tweet that said Conor was up 3-0 on Khabib before the sub in the fourth? Embarrassing state of media. I think I did see that. I mean, imagine thinking that. Clearly lost the first, clearly lost the second. I thought he lost the third. But whatever. They want to give him the third because he stood with Conor the whole time, smacking him and taunting him. Khabib was open hand smacking Conor in the third round. Standing in front of him flat-footed, mocking Conor. And then slapping him and punching him. And because of that, I guess Conor ended up taking the third round. But didn't actually. If you watch the third round, if Conor won, it was just because you had to pick a winner. Poor management, I think, for what blamed Tony. Yeah. Cater won me over when he landed one of the nastiest elbows on Jeremy Stevens at 249. He got dropped in the third. It looks like you must have been doing mushrooms that night, bitch. Khabib never got dropped in that fight. That fight wasn't even remotely competitive. Oh, are you talking about Conor got dropped? Well, Conor got dropped in the second. I thought you were saying Conor dropped Khabib. So, my mistake. My mistake. I thought you were saying, yeah, Khabib got dropped in the third. Anyone thinks Conor even was close to winning that fight is an idiot. Dude, I predicted Khabib fourth round rear naked choke. I swear on my life. And I thought it was going to be a domination. I would have been a god for that prediction. And not really. I think a lot of people were expecting that. Khabib by sub. That was my prediction. Fourth round rear naked. And I predicted a dominant win. I'm trying to remember. Did I say fourth round? I'm 95% now. It's so long ago. I'm questioning myself. I know I picked him rear naked choke. 100%. But I have a screenshot somewhere of me. I'll have to dig it out. I have it somewhere. Of me digging out my prediction for Khabib. I posted it in the Discord at one point in time. You know what? I may have posted it in the members only tab one time. Let me see if I can find it. It would have been a long time ago. I found, like, one of my buddies texted me, asking me who I thought was going to win. Oh, here it is. Here's my prediction for Khabib Nurmagomedov. I had a screenshot from one of my buddies that I saved over the years. I didn't say fourth round in this screenshot, but I did pick fourth round, okay? Okay, here's what I had. Everyone keeps saying either Khabib gets him down or Conor KOs him. But I think Conor may land a few shots, but Khabib eats them and presses Conor against the cage, gets takedowns, smashes him on the ground, and eventually gets a submission. Boom. Boom. I said, boom. Khabib will smash him on the ground badly and then get a submission. But I picked fourth round sub. I'm 90% sure I said fourth round, but I can't say for certain. But I have another screenshot that has the round. I also picked Nate Diaz in the first Conor fight, second round rear naked choke. And I have a tweet, an old tweet, where I tweeted it out before the fight. So, and that prediction may sound like a no-brainer at this point in time. I have another screenshot on here somewhere. It may sound like a no-brainer at some point in time. But what is this? Hold on. But at that point in time, it was a toss-up between a lot of people. I think I posted another one. Oh, the membership's like repeating itself now. When I'm trying to scroll back, it keeps showing stuff. Let me see. I think I posted another one on here too. For some reason, when I'm scrolling through the membership post, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I can't find it. Maybe I didn't post it. I had a spot on prediction for Jones versus DC 2. No. It was Jones versus... No, I can't remember. I think it was Jones versus DC 2. I predicted Jones by KO. Which is crazy. And I have a screenshot to back that one up, too. If Khabib versus Conor went to decision, it would have been 49-46. True. Khabib won with a neck crank? Yes. That's why I'm saying it wasn't technically a rear naked choke. I said that. Oh, you know another one I had? Oh, my God. And I talked about this multiple times. I was so confident that Bisping was going to beat Luke Rockhold on short notice that I contacted a buddy who gambled all the time because it wasn't gambling wasn't legal in my state at the time, and who had a buddy who was in Vegas, and I can't remember the amount I had him put on Bisping by KO. Bisping by KO. And I would have won a ridiculous amount of money. But my buddy was like, oh, let's parlay it with Faber. Because he was going to bet. Since I was so confident I was betting, he was going to bet on it. And he said, let's parlay it with Faber beating Cruz. Or Faber beating whoever. I think it was Cruz. And so we parlayed it. Why didn't we just stick with what we had? Oh my goodness. I'm so annoyed. We would have won a ridiculous amount. We'd have won like $12,000 if we'd have just stuck with what we had. Something like that. I don't remember the exact amount. Oh, it hurt bad. I swear on my life, I have a picture of that slip somewhere. I was so confident that Bisping was going to KO him. I was confident. I can't remember how much we put on it. But it was Bisping by KO. I hate my life. I hate my life. It's so annoying. I'm trying to think. I was so confident that Diaz was going to beat Conor in the first fight that my buddy who I'm talking about, who I don't really even know anymore, don't really talk to anymore, who gambles all the time, I told him, look, I'm super confident Diaz is going to win this fight. And I picked him second round rear naked choke. He bet on Diaz, and he won a ridiculous amount of money. Not nothing crazy. We're not talking like 10 grand or anything. But I think he won a couple grand. So... What's next for Money Moicano? I don't remember. I was reading something else, but I do not know. I was hoping Dan Hooker, but Dan Hooker's booked now. I need to start sports betting. I'm not too bad at predicting most of the time. Yeah, but the odds are never in your favor, so. Was Conor Diaz 1 a toss-up for fans? No. Conor was definitely going to win. 100% of people were picking Conor McGregor. John Anik said on his podcast that he was so confident that Conor McGregor would win that if Nate Diaz won, he would get a 209 tattoo. Guess what he has right now? John Anik has a 209 tattoo. It's very small. I think it's on his finger. But he has a 209 tattoo, or it's on his inner arm. I picked Jorge by first round KO as well. I didn't specify flying knee, but I picked him by first round KO. I'm trying to think of the other ones I had that were really good. Dude, the Bisbing one would have been... Imagine I had a channel there then. It would have been absolutely legendary. Would have been absolutely legendary. It's so annoying. That one hurt. Did you have Bisbing winning in his fight against Kelvin? No, I did not. I thought I had Bisbing losing to Dan Henderson. I had Bisbing. I didn't believe in Bisbing at all. My theory was I knew for a fact Luke Rockhold was going to be overconfident. He had already beat Bisbing. He had mauled Bisbing. I picked him to beat Bisbing the first time he fought him. I said he's going to be overconfident. Bisbing's stepping in on short notice. And he's going to get clipped and KO'd. He's going to move in with impunity, thinking he's invincible, and he's going to get KO'd. That was my exact prediction. And I wish I would have had a channel. Damn, it would have been legendary. It would have blew up. I would have told everyone, mark my words, Michael Bisping will KO him. And I would have been the laughing stock for about 6.5 days. And on that last day, I would have been pure vindication. I would have been pure vindication. Joey, which fight convinced you of Khabib as a prospect? Probably Rafael dos Anjos. At one point in time, the hardcores couldn't believe it. Khabib versus Rafael dos Anjos was on the prelims. And all the hardcores was like, how is this on the prelims? You also picked Aljo by DQ? Yeah, I'm sure you did. I didn't really have a prediction in Kane versus Brock. I just had become a fan. So I wasn't sure who was going to win. I wasn't sure who was going to win. Jack is capping. Yeah, Jack's just being funny. Are you going to help? I don't know what word that is. He's struggling. I don't know what you mean. Joe, what convinced you? I already answered that. Was Edmonds versus Usman 2 the most shocking knockout? One of them for sure. One of them for sure. I have a feeling Yair's going to KO Volk. Dude, I like Yair's chances. I may pick Yair. I may pick Yair. If Yair beats Volk, that will be insane. Dude, if Yair beats Volk, it'll probably be a KO. Did I pick Jorge or Askren? I picked Jorge by brutal KO. Swear on my life, brutal first round KO. I didn't specify flying knee, but I was never a big believer in Ben Askren ever. I remember having a discussion with somebody who was a fan, but a casual fan. And they were asking me, oh, I'm going to watch the card, who's going to win? I think Ben Askren's going to win. From what I've seen, he's going to out-wrestle Jorge. And I said, dude, his striking is so bad. I remember vividly having this conversation. I was in a pool. And I said, look, dude, Jorge's going to brutally KO him in the first round. And sure enough, he ran out and KO'd him. I've never lied about a pick ever on here, ever in my life. So you can believe it, you cannot believe it. It is what it is. You know, I don't get anything about lying about picks to 110 people on live stream, okay? So, because I know someone's going to say, oh, no, you're lying. I don't have proof, but I had Royce Gracie winning first, winning UFC 1. Yeah, I believe you 100%. Did I tell you I'm 6'3"? 6'5" with my New Balances on, only if they have the grass stains on the sides. Does Aldana beat Nunes? Probably not. It's possible she could shock the world, but probably not. Chandler Tony was pretty shocking. I got a lot of shit because I picked Tony in that fight. I got a lot of shit. And after watching that first round, I'm like, ooh, I can't wait for this post-fight. And then, boom. Second round, devastated. What's the most live viewers you've had at one point? 420-some, I think it was. I had Pena winning and Grasso winning because I hate their long-reigning champions. There's a difference between making picks based on who you want to win and actually picking who you think's going to win. So there's a lot of people who may have made picks where they say, oh, this person's going to win. But a pick that I'm not proud of, that I've talked about on here before, but no one's going to ever believe it anyway, but I'm going to tell you why I'm not proud of it anyway. I picked Holly Holm to beat Ronda Rousey. And the reason I'm not proud about it is because I just wanted Ronda to lose. And so I was almost picking her. Like, I didn't really pick her, and like, I wasn't like super confident she was going to win. So like, even though I thought she had a chance to win, which was different from everyone else, I was more or less picking her as like a wishful thinking type thing, you know, if that makes sense. So, because I was telling my buddies, dude, I'm telling you Holly's going to win. I'm telling you Holly's going to win. I remember in the lead up to that fight, we were talking about Ronda and how she had all this star power, and I was like, I'm telling you, Holm's going to win. But I didn't really believe, deep down, I didn't really believe it, okay? So, even though I did think Ronda was horrible, not that great, she was a product of her competition. So, who'd you pick in Weidman, Silva? I picked Silva in both of them. Oh, you know who my best pick ever, one of my best picks ever? TJ Dillashaw, Renan Barão won. I picked TJ Dillashaw by TKO. But I'm not crazy proud of that one either, because I just seen someone say they had a premonition. I had a dream. The night that Friday night into that Saturday, I had a dream that TJ Dillashaw finished Renan Barão. And after that, I said, I'm confident. Like, you know how you wake up from your dream and you almost feel like attached to it emotionally, like regardless of what happened? Like, if it's a scary dream, you wake up, you're like kind of scared. Oh, I was so confident. And then I remember he hurt, because I think it was in the first round. My dream was a first round TKO. And when he hurt Renan Barão in the first round, and keep in mind, TJ Dillashaw going into the first Renan Barão fight was looked at as a sacrificial lamb, okay? It was the equivalent, and this isn't a great comparison, it was the equivalent to Amanda Nunes, and this is a better example, Amanda Nunes, Megan Anderson. That's TJ Dillashaw going into the first Renan Barão fight was Megan Anderson, okay? Nobody thought he had a chance. He didn't even deserve a title shot. He was getting it because Rafael Sunsao couldn't fight and was injured. And, yeah, I picked TJ Dillashaw. I had a dream that he won. I had a dream that he won by first round KO. And I couldn't have been more confident. Couldn't have been more confident. And sure enough, yeah, sure enough, he went out there and did it. When he hurt him in the first, oh my goodness, I said, I was right. I was right. Damn. Like, if that happened to me nowadays, I probably have to make a video and change my pick. What was your worst pick? I can't remember all my bad picks, but one of my worst was I picked Masvidal over Colby. How could someone hate Valentina? I don't know, because she coasts in every fight. Due to the grappling. Anderson was clowning him in the first, and that's why he got clipped and KO'd. Seeing Tony be competitive against Chandler makes me worried for Chandler, but Connor's washed, so I don't know who to pick. But Connor's also on PEDs. Holly Holm kind of looked garbage in her fights before Ronda. She did. Did you pick Ignacio Bahamondes by spinning wheel kick? All right, you know another one you're never going to believe in a million years? I wish I could get my fiance on here. Without even leaving the room, I wish I could call her on speakerphone, have her come in here and answer the question for you, because you guys are never going to believe this pick. One of my best picks, you know how in some of my videos I give you like a time? Like I give you an exact second of when the finish is going to happen. I do that in some of my videos. I picked Ronda Rousey first round KO, 34 seconds against Bethe Correia. And I had 3 witnesses. To that one. So, now did I throw the 34 seconds out because I thought she was going to get brutally KO'd early? Yes. But that was probably my craziest pick now that I think about it. But I wish I could call her in here and be like, what was my prediction? Like without doing anything off screen, what was my prediction for Ronda Rousey versus Bethe Correia? And she would tell the story without any prompting. Because she would know, she would remember in her head. She might not remember the exact second, but she would say, you predicted it down to the second. That was one of my best picks. I swear on my life. Why would I lie about that? Why would I make that up? Who'd you pick in Dillashaw Cody? I picked Cody both times. I predicted Monteferi versus Barber. Well, good pick. Did you have Bisping beating Silva? No, I had Silva beating Bisping. And I thought Silva won. Do you think Bryce will ever be the same after the Topuria fight? No. Get out, there's no way. You can believe me or not. I swear on my life, I've done it in a couple of my prediction videos on here. I predicted the exact timestamp. I don't do it in everyone because it's kind of corny. I swear, because look, when the finish happened, I knew it was around the 34-second mark, but they don't tell you the exact stoppage time until they read the decision. So as soon as it happened, we were all like, no way. No way. It was very close. And then the second Bruce Buffer announced it. Oh my God. We were all dying. Because I said she's going to get KO'd early. Dude, she's got horrible striking. And, yeah. Joe, I picked Cody Garbrandt to beat Dominic Cruz. How are the fans feeling about the fight? Most people thought Dominic Cruz was going to win that one. I picked Dominic Cruz. Hey, what's up, Joey? Great to see you reach the 10K. You've come a long way. We're almost there. We're not there quite yet, my friend. We're not there quite yet. Dude, you won't believe me, but I had Petrosky sub Maximov first minute. Specifically, Maximov was negative 600. And I said total disrespect in the odds. What card was that on, buddy? What card was that on? Actually, matter of fact, I'll just search Nick Maximov. Let's just search Nick Maximov. UFC Fight Nights. Okay, how do I look? Damn it. When was this? May of 2022. May of 2022. Let's take a look. Oh, it doesn't give you any of the picks. May of 2022. Where is it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Was that Jan Cater versus Emmett? That's all right. This is pissing me off now. Topology. Nick Maximov. Okay, it was against Andre Petrosky, UFC Fight Night. Blachowicz versus Rockage. I thought so. For some reason, that's not here. February, March, April, May. Let's see what's at the bottom of this one. I can't find that fight card on my Tapology picks. Did I forget to do picks? I might have forgot to do picks for that card. I'm trying to find my picks for that one. Because I picked Petrosky too, and I think I picked him by sub. Don't tell me I forgot to do picks for that one. I can't find it on Tapology. Let me see if I click on any of these other cards real quick. I forgot to do picks for that card. I'm done. I forgot to do it. That must be the one card I forgot to do on Tapology. Because if you click on it, it shows your picks on there. But this one doesn't show me any picks. I picked Maximov too, and I think I picked him by sub, but I don't remember for sure. You picked Islam second round sub against Oliveira. That's a good pick. I picked Joel Alvarez to beat Saryuki, and yes, I did. But good pick, dude. Good pick. I picked Maximov too. I think I posted it on Instagram. But okay, I don't know. It says OBS disconnected, but it looks good. Cejudo versus DJ2. Cejudo winning was also crazy. Yeah, but Cejudo lost that fight, really. Joe, what was the craziest finish you've ever seen? Edson Barboza versus Terry Edom. Who'd you pick, Leon or Usman? I picked Usman in both. Yeah, I picked Petrosky too. Did I say it wrong? Did I say Maximov? I picked Petrosky too. I'm pretty sure I posted. I just forgot to lock in on Tapology. That's the one card I forgot, I guess. Let's see. May of 2022. I should have done pick. I always post my picks on the thing on Instagram. Let's see if it's here. When was it? I'm in July now, and I haven't found it yet. Why isn't this card coming up? Oh, here we go. Yeah, okay. So it's on my Instagram. Look. Oh, let's see if it focuses. I picked Petrosky as well. So, but good pick, dude. I'm pretty sure I picked him by sub, but I don't remember, to be honest. I apparently forgot to lock in picks on Tapology for that one card. I didn't think Leon was going to beat Usman in part 2. Usman could have won by decision if not for the KO. Yeah, Usman should have won that fight. He zigged when he should have zagged. TJ got robbed by Dominic Cruz. I thought it was close. Joey, who did you pick in Aldo Connor match? But was the majority? Who was the majority picking in that fight? Wasn't a fan back then. In that fight, it was a lot of people torn. 50-50, I would say. Maybe 60-40 in terms of Aldo. I picked Aldo. I was confident Aldo would win. Joey's best pick was Izzy destroying Pereira. Everyone picked against Izzy. I hate to keep patting myself on the back for that one. That was my most legendary pick. If you do anything tomorrow, go rewatch my prediction for Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira 2. I predicted down to a T as if I had already saw the fight. I recently saw Rose at BJJ competition in Denver for ADCC. She rode out to decision with 0 sub threat and seemed like she was mad the entire time and she was forced to be there. It was awkward. Looks like she was going there for a check, in my opinion. She was showing up for a quick paycheck. In my mind, that's what it seemed like. You think it's crazy? Is he like my post? He liked 2 of them. Who did you have winning in the Jan versus Israel fight? Jan. I picked Jan. I don't remember what I picked him by. I think I picked him by decision. But I can't remember for sure, so I can't. Crouch tries to recruit me. I'm not doing anything. OBS. If there's any problem with the stream, just close the app and reopen it. But yeah, everyone was picking Izzy against Jan. I picked Jan. I was pretty confident Jan would win. I thought Jan was going to win primarily with the grappling, but he won with the striking and grappling. But he dominated with the grappling, so I was kind of right there. I'm trying to think of some other predictions I had that were pretty damn good. Another crazy one, Shayna Dobson, Agapova. I watched face-offs before looking at the odds, and I said this black chick going to win. Agapova was negative 1,500 and lost by sub. Dude, she lost badly. I remember they were making a big deal about it. I never really look at odds. So, you've picked Izzy in every fight you've watched. I've actually barely picked Izzy, believe it or not. If you go to, let's go to Izzy's resume. I've picked against Izzy quite a bit. All right, so I picked him against Alex Pereira. I picked him against Jared Cannonier. I picked him against Robert Whitaker. I picked him against Marvin Vettori. Picked against him against Jan Blachowicz. Picked against him against Paulo Costa. Picked against him against Yoel Romero. Picked against him against Robert Whitaker the first fight. Picked against him against Kelvin Gastelum. Picked against him against Anderson Silva. And I picked him against Derek Brunson. So, at some point, basically after he lost to Jan, I picked him after every fight after that. But before he lost to Jan, which is crazy because I was picking against him every time, I'm finally right. And I start picking him to win. I had just realized, okay, he had proved me wrong a lot at middleweight. No, I picked Izzy to beat Brunson. I didn't pick Brunson. No, I thought he wasn't going to get exposed a bit. Kelvin Gastelum almost beat him. So after I seen Kelvin Gastelum doing that, I said, oh, Robert Whitaker's going to do the same strategy, but he's much better than Kelvin Gastelum. Then I said, oh, Yoel Romero's going to mix in a little bit of the grappling and win the fight. And you could make an argument Yoel Romero won that fight. And then Paulo Costa, I was like, oh, Paulo Costa is going to put the pressure on him. The fight was originally at the Apex, which really had me leaning Paulo Costa. And then I was wrong there, and then he lost to Jan Blachowicz. I was right there. And after that, I'm like, okay, I know how good he is. And I can't pick him against Marvin Vettori. Beat up Marvin Vettori. Then I was like, no way I'm picking him against Whitaker. No way I'm picking against Jared Cannonier. Then I was like, oh, he's definitely beating Pereira. The Robert pick made sense, not the Anderson Silva one. Yeah, the Anderson Silva one wasn't great. So, something happened with Bilal, right? Picked against him a ton and had to pick him to win. Yeah, same thing with Bilal. Yup. Bilal convinced me. You can see when you're wrong, man. When you're wrong so many times, you realize what's going on here. You're like, okay. Because I picked Wonderboy to beat Bilal. I picked Vicente Luque to beat Bilal. I picked Sean Brady. But I was originally on Bilal. My early prediction was Bilal. So I already started to see the error of my ways after the Vicente Luque one. And then, boom, I picked him to beat Gilbert Burns, and sure enough. Bigger downfall, Silva or Tony? Silva. No, Tony. Tony for sure. Crazy how Izzy slept Alex but went toe-to-toe on the feet with Jarrett. That's because a lot of Izzy's fights are boring because people were worried about his counter-striking. And Pereira wasn't scared of it because he had beat him already 3 times on paper. So that's what I say in my prediction video. I said, look, everyone keeps saying, I literally say something along the lines of, everyone keeps saying, oh, he's got his number. I said, I think it's the worst thing for him that he's beat him 3 times. Because he's going to come in overconfident. He's going to get over-aggressive. He thinks he's going to finish him earlier. And guess what? He's going to get over-aggressive. He's going to be rushing in. And Israel Adesanya's perfect style matchup is someone who rushes in on him. I literally say this in my prediction video. And sure enough, I thought I heard something. I heard my dog. I thought I heard my dog. Sure enough, he gets slept. Um, Hold on one second. Dude, I was hoping. I was hoping. I think I do hear my dog. You guys are about to get to see a Boston Crab. Joey was getting ready. Yeah, I was getting ready to Boston Crab. Imagine I just lift up my shirt, pull out a shillelagh. Imagine I go to check on something real quick, and I just never come back. Just never come back. Would you guys definitely think I died? Joey, would you participate in Power Slap once they make it? Once to make it stop for the rest of us, you participate at the event and it's gone forever. Yes. Yes. Was picking Leon against Usman because he deserved it because of the 9-fight win streak and he was counted out. Dude, if it was 30 minutes, I'd get worried. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? All right. Real quick, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, and then I'll be back. Hopefully, if there's an intruder, I might come right back to a Boston Crab. So, like the stream while I'm gone. I'll be right back. All right, I may or may not have been just sitting here this entire time. I did go pee, but then I thought it'd be funny to make you guys wait for a bit, just because maybe I thought maybe you guys would think I was under siege. Why is there 90 of you guys still watching this? Were you guys starting to get worried about me? I was thinking about just going to bed and just leaving it live stream in my office for the rest of the night. But then I'd forget about it and then probably walk in here just nude in the morning. And then I get banned from YouTube. Were you guys alarmed at all when you read my messages in the chat? Yeah, it's a window behind me. A second story window. Stop, Jack. You're going to get banned from the channel pretty soon. With your questionable thoughts. Who was here when my fiance streamed on my channel by accident? Who was here for that? I'd like to know. My fiance accidentally streamed on the channel before. And some people caught it live before I took it down. I think I actually still have it on the channel. I think I still have it on the channel. You wouldn't see anything because all you would see would be the back of your mother's head, Froggy. Yeah, if I actually was hanging out in here nude, all you would see is the back of Froggy's mother's head. What was she doing? For some reason, YouTube randomly started streaming because I forgot to hit stop streaming on OBS. So it started streaming, and when she came here to turn it off, it was picking up audio from the mic. So literally, I'm trying to walk her through trying to shut down the stream, and she's talking in the mic basically. If you were watching, you were watching. I didn't even know about it. I was out. People start hitting me up in the Discord and like, "Are you live, dude? Are you live?" So I thought I was under siege. But yeah, it was just an OBS error. A crazy OBS error. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. And it's annoying. But yeah, if you watched it, you watched it. I think I still have it on my actual YouTube, but it's not. It's private. It's private. So, Joe, are you a sushi guy at all? Ever since I met Froggy's mother, I haven't been a fan of raw fish. You know, just not a big fan of the smell. But now I'm not a sushi guy. I'm not a sushi guy at all. I just don't know what you guys are doing here at 1:30 a.m. Ted, dude said, dude, Andy's been here. Andy's been a loyal supporter for a while. So's Jack. Jack, when did you first start watching the channel? How many of you guys are still going to watch when we go over exclusively to Rumble? It's only 10:40 for you. I got a lot to do tomorrow. So, September 9th, 2022. Why September 9th? How do you know that? What's up, MMA SpongeBob? We get it. We get it, bro. I love the SpongeBob picture. Now, can you change it to a different SpongeBob popsicle picture? I got to hit up GOAT for the Rumble code. Live and exclusive on Rumble. I just checked back when I subscribed to the channel. How do you know? Is Brian Battle good, or do you think he's a can? I think he's somewhere in the middle. I don't think he's the elite of the elite, but I don't think he's horrible. Joe, what live events have you been to? UFC 244, UFC Alistair Overeem versus Jairzinho Rosenstrike, and UFC 172, John Jones, Glover Teixeira. So, yep, that's all I got to say. You have to check through some settings, and it'll tell you when you sub to each channel you sub to. How do you do that? Can you do it on your phone? Because I want to look. I want to look when I've subscribed to certain channels on my phone. I would love to know. Joe, one of your supporters ever offer you tickets to a UFC event? No. Is the Gracie family overrated? Yes. Chase is still here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you guys are still here this late. I don't know how this happens. I can't believe you can look at when you've subscribed to a channel. You would go. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm wondering how many of you guys are just seeing the notification for the live and like, oh, I got to go to this live. With the performance Froggy's mom gave, I can't go to sleep. Yeah. Only Speaking Facts, Best MMA channel. Thank you. Did you watch Rob Deerdack? I used to watch like a Fantasy Factory. I used to watch Rob and Big back in the day. It was always good. It was their episodes were always so short though. It aired in 2006. I was never a fan of ridiculousness. Fantasy Factory was good. But I guess they got tired. I mean, think about it. They got to try to constantly keep up and have interesting episodes. So, had 73 episodes. When did that air from? It aired from 2009 to 2015. Yeah, I used to watch that. By far the best MMA channel of any media. Everyone else sucks. None of their takes are factual. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. If anybody else wants to call it the best MMA channel, I'm listening. My ears are wide open. Most cringe moment on the mic in UFC, Jessica Evil Eye. TV ain't what it used to be. I'll tell you that. That's how you know you're getting old, when you're saying, it ain't what it used to be. It ain't what it used to be. Did you ever watch Bully Beatdown? Occasionally. But TV ain't what it used to be, so. It just ain't what it used to be, so that's the way it is. I got like 75 tabs open right now. Here we go, evil. Here we go. We really should have ended when I had to pay, because it's getting late. I'm getting tired. Joe, what? And That's Still My Boy. What cartoon did I grow up on? I don't really know. I don't know if I'd call any specific cartoon like I grew up on this cartoon. I mean, there's quite a few that I watched as a kid, so I guess you could say, but there's not one that like stands out to me. I used to watch some Dexter Laboratory, some Rugrats, some Rocket Power, some Hey Arnold. You're an old 26-year-old? Exactly. And That's Still My Boy. Dexter. Dexter was elite. Oh, Dexter. I remember there's this picture of this dude, and it was probably fake, but it was like, what do I look like I do for a living? Let me just put it up. It's probably fake, but it's still hilarious nonetheless. Let me see if I can find the meme. Oh. Yeah, I found it. It was easy to find. I thought this was pretty funny. So let me put it up on the screen. Look at that. Look at that. What do I look like I do for a living? Terrorize the Powerpuff Girls. Dude looks like Mojo Jojo with the glasses and everything. I thought that was mad funny. I thought that was mad funny. Dude looks like Mojo Jojo from back in the day. That meme had me laughing my ass off. Because he really does look like him. Let's go to Mojo Jojo. Dude looks has the same shape. Oh, that's funny. Powerpuff Girls was decent looking back. I don't remember it too much. Who remembers Celebrity Deathmatch? I do. I used to watch a lot of Family Guy. Yeah, kids' cartoons used to be so much better back in the day. It ain't what it used to be. But you know what's funny? The kids growing up now will say the same thing. Did you see Connor's interview with Ariel in his pub? He looked wasted. This man is not fighting anytime soon. I'd be shocked if he fights this year, and if he does, it'll be December. Family Guy is still good. Yeah, Family Guy used to be hilarious. I don't know how good it is now. I haven't watched it in a long while. I haven't really watched any TV in a bit. Did you hear the actor that plays Peter Griffin left the show recently? Wasn't that the writer of the show, though? Yeah, I said from the very beginning that I wish I'd be shocked if Conor fought this year. But I did not watch the interview, but I saw clips of the interview. To answer your question, Harold. Kids don't even watch cartoons anymore. They watch TikToks and YouTube Shorts. He's still not in USADA nearly 2 years since the leg break. Dude's blatantly trying to gain an advantage. That's all that's going on. Connor's too busy on that blow. Exactly. Yeah, I'd be shocked, but who knows? They might just let him use PEDs for a while, and then they'll give him an exemption. Why did Seth MacFarlane leave the show? He joins Family Guy showrunners. Why did he leave the show? Due to writer's strike? What does that mean? Prominent characters in American sitcom Family Guy has quit the show. Oh, because it's a strike. Oh, Family Guy's over though? Oh, never mind. They will have a 22nd and 23rd season. So he may return. Okay. He does Peter Griffin's voice, Brian Griffin's voice, Stewie Griffin's voice, Glenn Quagmire's voice, Carter, I don't even know the last name, a fisherman, Tom Tucker. So he does half the cast. Yeah, they'll get him back. They'll get him back. Better trilogy, Back to the Future, Lord of the Rings. I've seen neither. Did you think Nick Diaz looked like a real welterweight? He looked small against GSP. Not really, not in particularly. Joe, before you go to bed today, think of 5 ways you can be grateful for the day. Very happy for you and all your success. Thank you, Jeremiah. I appreciate it. I will do so. I'm always grateful. Every day you wake up and you take a breath, it's a good day to be alive, my friend. There's plenty of people who won't get the chance to wake up tomorrow. So you wake up tomorrow, and you're a lucky person. Go to Google My Activity page and click on Other Activity on the left side. Go on Google My Activity page. How do you find the My Activity page? I don't see it. What if I just accidentally deleted my account right now? Delete channel. Damn, I can delete my channel while I'm live streaming right now. It's crazy. Damn. Yeah, I have no idea. Just look up Google Activity. Okay, so you got to search it. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Be grateful we get to be angry at Power Slap and NASCAR. Exactly. Exactly. Guys, I'm going to get out of here. We've been on here for a while. Maybe I'll be back tomorrow. I should have a video out tomorrow. I got to do my top 3 reasons I hate UFC 289. Which, believe it or not, I was thinking about doing it tonight, but I was like, there's so many. I don't even know, like, how do I even narrow it down to 3? How do I even narrow it down to 3? Well, we've already gone 2 hours and 15 minutes. That's literally 2 hours and 14 minutes more than I gave Froggy's mom earlier. So you guys can be grateful for that. But shout out to Jeremiah with the inspirational words, not to make light of him, okay? Before you guys all go to bed, put in the chat, what is something you're grateful for? Go. Quick. We got 1 more minute left on the stream. Do an all-night stream? Maybe one day. Come on. Let's see who's stuck around. I know there was a mass exodus as soon as I said I'm leaving. Froggy getting absolutely demolished in World Warfare. Grateful for Power Slap. God. Joey, who can win? Canelo or McGregor? Stop. Grateful for your mother. Grateful for you. Thank you. Life in general. You thankful for NASCAR and Venom gear? I'm grateful for the hot tub pick. Nan. Grateful for Clay Guida and his boys. Bro said he's grateful for Clay Guida and his boys. Grateful for Mark Smith's ruining divisions. All right, guys. There was some pretty good ones. Anybody else? Anyone? Any more? Dude, stop. Stop, Nolan. Great duo for TBS getting Power Slap off my TV. Grateful for Colby's nicknames. Grateful Joey's Bryce Mitchell reactions. I'm just happy to be alive. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to enjoy these last 2 hours and 17 minutes with you guys. Thank you for watching. If you haven't watched my recent videos on the channel, my Alex Pereira video, as well as my Aljamain Sterling video, I would greatly appreciate if you went and checked them out. So, like the stream on your way out. Make sure you're subscribed on the way out. And I will talk to you guys probably tomorrow. But I don't know. Goodbye.